So it is Saturday morning and I've arrived at Trenton Nissan and I'm here to charge the car. I've only got about 25% charge left, so I'm going to charge the car up, get it up as high as I can get it, and then I'm on my way to London. Can I get the Nissan Leaf to London on electric charge only? I'm pretty confident that I can. Other people might go, oh, you're going to London with an electric car? What about all the stops and this, that and the other? Well, I'm going to do it. I'm absolutely confident this is not going to be a problem at all. So here I am on the M1 southbound. I'm at the Woodall services and I've managed to get my car charging up. So it's currently been charging for 21 minutes. I just pulled in off the motorway, pulled straight up, plugged it in, and for 21 minutes from where I was around 15% battery life left, I had about a 20-mile range left. I'm now up to, I think that's a 62%, 60%, something like that. But anyway, so as we know already, it's half an hour to get it from 0 to 80% charge. I'm going to try and get that up just a little bit above 80 because I've managed to get from Hull's Trenton Nissan garage to here on 83% charge. So I think that's pretty good, and there's still a little bit left as well. So I think we're probably looking at, I'm going to maybe make one more stop down the M1, and then probably somewhere around London I'll have to top up before I get to where I'm staying tonight before my night out. So there we go. I think so far so good. It's all right. It's fine. Okay, so here we are Saturday afternoon, 15% battery left, and I had roughly 19 miles to go at 20 to 3 on Saturday afternoon. I've saved nearly 3 trees, look. What I have to do now, though, is I have to switch the car off. Bing! Off it goes. Just so you know, by the way, here's the buttons for heating your steering wheel. This is the one I've got to pop now. Hopefully you heard that in the distance. So that now means that I'm going to be able to charge my car at the point there. And I'm about 60, 70 miles away from my destination. So by the time I've done a charge on this, I should be good to go. And then I can go and enjoy my night out. So a little break here at Watford Gap southbound on the M1. Sorted. And once again, I'm right by the building. I mean, if I just turn this round, that's the edge of the building there. So I'm so close to the actual services themselves. It's crazy. None of this pulling into the services, having a break, driving off, stopping at the petrol station, filling up there, being charged for it, of course. This is free. And I've managed to do this entire journey on a charge at Trenton Nissan, and then a charge at Woodall services southbound, and a final charge here will get me to my destination and a little bit extra before I set back off up north tomorrow afternoon. I'm really enjoying this trip because this is a completely different way of driving. It's a different way of getting yourself about, and the best bit and the most amazing bit is that it is free. I charged for free at Trenton Nissan, then I charged for free at Woodall services southbound. Now I'm charging for free at the Watford Gap services southbound. I'm nearly done. And then I'll be at my destination. Now, if I'd driven a petrol car, that would have cost me, I'm guessing from previous experience, I think it probably would have cost me as a round trip about £50 petrol, £60 petrol, something like that. The train, by the way, the return train minimum was about £100. That was the minimum that I could have got the train down, and that wouldn't have even got me to where I'm staying tonight, which is crazy when you think about it. So this is at my own speed. This is for free, and this is saving the environment. Win, win, win. Nissan Leaf, I'm impressed. Okay, so I programmed into the sat-nav where I was going, and it told me that it had so far to go on the mileage, and then it said you might not make it all the way to your destination without another charge. So I thought, okay, what do I do? So I'd already topped up quite a bit. I'm at 55%. I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll stop in at the last services on the M1, which I believe is, where are we? I think we're at Toddington. So I stopped off at Toddington to just give it a quick charge. It was at 55%. I'm just going to quickly bump it back up to 80 again. It'll only take about 10 minutes and then I'll be off. And then I'll have made it, and I'll have enough when I'm in London then to be able to do whatever else I need to do driving around there, and I can find a charge point there. But this will be the quickest charge of the day. This one will be literally just a top up, just to make sure that I get where I'm headed. There we go. I have arrived at my destination, just shy of 2,000 miles total for the car, and it's at 45% battery still, so I only used another 35% when it was up at 80 when I left the last services, and there's 58 miles of range left. I just didn't want to risk it. The great thing is that will get me back onto the motorway on my way back up, and the first charging point I think is London Gateway northbound. So when I head back up north, there we go, sorted. I'm off to party. Welcome to Sunday morning, and I'm leaving London. I've just left where I was staying last night, which was in Chiswick actually. The party was in Mayfair. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go home via Warwickshire and see the family. And so that means a slightly different and easier route out of London. It's taken me westbound on the M4. So at 39% battery and 45 miles left on my range, I thought I'd top myself up here, which is Heston services. So, and the services are right there, once again, right by the services. And I'm just going to charge myself by that one there. And this will be my first charge of the day. I'm just going to do that very quickly, grab a quick bite to eat. Going to do that very quickly, grab a quick bite to eat, and then I'll be off on my way to go and see the folks for a bit on my way back up north, back to Hull, and dropping off the car tomorrow at Trenton Nissan, because it's been a wonderful experience driving this, and at some point they do need it back, which is a shame, but you know, away it goes. So yeah, quick charge, quick stop, and then off. So I'm at Heston, and I stopped for the idea of charging it up to 80%, and that took 20 minutes. And then the other 10% that it's done has taken another 8 minutes. And the reason why it takes a bit longer is because after 80%, the battery charge slows down on these rapid chargers. But I just wanted to make sure that I had 90%, which I know is going to be about 110 miles. And that should be enough to get me home, if not very, very close. So if, well, I say home, I mean back to see the family. So what I'm going to do is I'm then going to make sure that either if I have to just before or when I leave them, I'll be able to get onto the next charge point. So there we go, 29 minutes, 90% charge. Might as well do around half hour. It'll probably get me up to 91% by that point, and I'll be off and on my way back up to Warwickshire to go and see the folks. So yeah, made a bit of a mistake. Nothing calamitous, but I was meant to be going along the M4, which was the quickest way to get out of London from where I was staying in Chiswick last night. So I stopped at Heston, did a good charge there, got 91% in half an hour, and then I went round the M25 and I missed the turning for the M1. So then I ended up wasting a few miles going past that junction, then going up the A1M for a little bit, and then going back along, I think it's the A41 maybe, sort of Hempstead, St Albans sort of area, then back onto the M1. So what this means is that I've lost about 30-40 miles of range, and I've obviously lost quite a bit of battery and time. So had I done what I was planning to do when I was thinking about my journey last night, which was from Chiswick to have gone straight back up the M1, I would have stopped at Toddington. But having gone this roundabout route, I'm here at Toddington. So I'm on the northbound services, which, there we go, that's where I am, and I'm charging my vehicle there. So I'm northbound M1, and I've lost about half an hour out of my day because of the fact that I've messed up my plans. Nothing to do with charging, nothing to do with the car, it's just me being a bit of an idiot. I've managed to go a bit of a roundabout route, to say the least. So there we go, I'm at Toddington like I always thought that I would be, but I've had another charge before that, so never mind. So here we are at the end of a long day. Managed to land in Warwickshire about 2 o'clock, and then it was a case of spending a few hours with family and having a bite to eat and stuff, and I left at about what time were we on? 7:45. I left at about 7 p.m. I pulled over to Leicester Forest East Services and had to wait a few minutes for a charger to be free, actually, for the first time. But I got plugged in, popped in, got myself some water, and now just waiting for it to charge. And it was on its lowest charge yet, lowest battery power yet. I had it all the way down at about 7%, so there wasn't much left. I was cutting it really fine, but I managed to make it, and in 13 minutes it's done 42%. Obviously from 0 to 80% charge is half an hour, so I'm going to sit in the car. No, I'm not going to go back into the services, is what I'll do, and stretch my legs for a bit and come back to this in about 15 minutes. Okay, so I had about 20% battery charge left, about 23 miles left, and this is the final stop, back at Woodall, but northbound obviously this time. Final charge of the night, that'll be enough to get me home. I'm about 50 miles from home. And then that'll be it. Drop it back at the garage in the morning. Job done, and thank you very much, Trenton Nissan.